The 90-30 rule. When you first hear about the 90-30 rule, it seems like an overlay simple formula. Just 90 minutes of work and 30 minutes of rest. Seriously. And that's supposed to change your productivity. But once you start implementing this method into your system, you not only see results, but also understand that it's all tied to psychology. Without further ado, let's get into the point. The 90-30 rule is one of the simplest yet most effective time management techniques. The greatest strength is that it doesn't complicate your life or require complex apps or spreadsheets. It works by understanding your energy and focus work. The 90-30 method was proposed by Tony Schwartz, an American journalist and founder of the Energy Project. He studied productivity not in terms of hours worked, but in terms of energy management. This is where the idea came from. A person can't work effectively indefinitely because our brains function cyclically. We can concentrate deeply, but for a limited time, roughly 90 minutes. The idea behind the method is very simple. You work for an hour and a half with complete concentration on one task. Then take 30-minute break. After that, the cycle repeats. The research underlying this method is related to ultracircadian rhythms, the body's natural activity cycles. Psychologist Nathaniel Kleitman discovered that throughout the day, we go through cycles of increased and decreased activity. Each such cycle lasts approximately 90 minutes. After this, our brain requires recovery. And if we ignore this need, concentration declines, errors increase, and fatigue accumulates. This is why many people feel drained by the end of the workday, even if they haven't done anything challenging. They've simply been working non-stop, ignoring their brain's natural rhythms. The 90-30 method encourages working with rather than against your psychology. The key idea isn't just a timer, but deep concentration. These 90 minutes are about sitting at the computer and checking my phone, but rather than working without distractions and fully immersing yourself in one task. Then there's a 30-minute break to recover, meaning get up, walk around, stretch, take a break from the screen. The brain needs a break to regain its focus. By the way, planning in the evening is also very helpful. When you stare at the market for long periods of time without a break, you start seeing signals where there aren't any. That's why I advise you to make the 90-30 rule a habit. Otherwise, you'll get overwhelmed. This method teaches you to stop before you burn out, rather than work until you're at your wit's end. And as a result, thanks to it, you will notice that in 3 to 4 full 90-minute blocks a day, you will get more done than in a 10-hour chaotic work. Because, as we all know, quality is more important than quantity. As soon as you try to implement the 90-30 rule, you'll immediately feel a resistance inside. It will seem like you're wasting precious time, like the market is about to run away, like now is the time to avoid distractions. But this is a deceptive feeling of control. The market has lived its life before you, and it will live its life after you. But your ability to focus is a finite resource and determines how well you take your actions. Well, just for the sake of comparison, let's imagine a trader who starts the day by opening a terminal and ends it by closing it without any system. They get distracted, make spontaneous trades, miss opportunities due to fatigue, or enter early without waiting for the confirmation. This isn't a strategy, but a chaotic reaction to the market. Now, compare this to a disciplined approach of 90 minutes of the market analysis without trading, followed by a 30 minutes of rest. The next 90 minutes are devoted to trading, strictly according to the predetermined conditions, followed by another 30 minutes of rest. The final 90-minute cycle is spent recording results and keeping a trading journal. After that, the workday is over. This approach prevents burnout and eliminates the feeling that the entire day was spent aimlessly staring at charts. This method is the simplest of all existing ones, but at the same time effective because it is based on the natural cycle of the brain. And with each day of using this method, you begin to notice patterns in your own behavior. You understand what triggers fatigue, when you start acting automatically, and when work proceeds smoothly and productively. You learn to respect your resources. This is important because in trading, the most valuable asset is a clear mind. The ability to analyze, make decisions under uncertainty, and maintain discipline. If you ignore your internal rhythms, even the most perfect strategy will fail. The 90-30 rule isn't just a time management technique. It's a tool that helps you work systematically, improve the quality of your decisions, reduce emotional stress, and avoid overload. This method is important for us because every decision matters and fatigue directly impacts your results. If you found this interesting, please like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new videos. Let me know in the comments down below how you plan to incorporate the concentration method into your workday and what results you're hoping to achieve. This will help you structure your approach immediately and see the impact. I'd love to read more. So, bye for now.